What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a prediction video today for Articuno, the freeze Pokemon, this majestic ice bird with its majestic tail. Really cool design, really good Pokemon. You're going to see a lot of good things with it. Let's go ahead and jump into the stats of this Pokemon. Swoop right in to the HP, which is 90. Attack stat is 85. Defense is 100. Special is 125, so very good special with this Pokemon, and 85 speed. So best stat, special. Second best stat, defense. So can't hit this Pokemon a lot. Special covers attack and defense in Gen 1, and in defense is solid. And then our two worst stats are attack and speed at 85. So if that's your worst stat, this is a very good Pokemon. It's a legendary Pokemon, so these stats are amazing. They're going to be amazing for any legendary Pokemon, but this is awesome. So a little bit of proteins and carbs, and I guarantee our attack and speed at the end of the game will be over 100 by far, and our HP is 90, which is respectable. But yeah, the stats of this Pokemon are amazing. Special, all of our moves are special except for like 2, so that's going to be very useful. And also, like I said, our defense is impeccable, so very good Pokemon, very well balanced Pokemon. Let's go and go over to the move set for this Pokemon. We start off the game with Peck and Ice Beam. So Peck is a flying move, so it is stab, 35 base power, 100% accurate, 35 power points, so we don't have to go back and heal very often. A lot of things early are grass type, or I'm sorry, are bug type, so that'll be very effective. And then also when we face other birds or flying type or whatever, Ice Beam. So that's most of what we face early is bugs and birds, so we got something to counter both of those. 35 base power, but with stab, it's a 53 base power move. Very, very powerful move in Peck early in the game. Does not progress well, but it's still a very good move to have nonetheless. Ice Beam is a great move. It's probably one of the best moves in the game, honestly. It unlocks a lot of Pokemon. Ice Beam, 95 base power, 100% accurate. Only 10 power points. That is the one setback, drawback to it, whatever you want to call it. However, with stab, you're looking at a 128 base power ice move that you get early in the game. It's freaking amazing. It's awesome. I might be wrong. 138 is what I mean, not 128. Yeah, 138. I can't add. I'm not good at adding. So we get that, but one drawback is we only get 2 moves the entire game via level up. At level 50, you're not supposed to get this Pokemon until Seafoam Islands, which is around level 50 anyway. That's why it's like that. But you also get Blizzard level 51, 120 base power, 9% accurate, 180 with stab. It's a great move. It's just the accuracy is just questionable and very few power points. So I usually avoid this if I can, but it may be useful with this Pokemon, especially being a stab move. It's so powerful. And then we get agility, which will help do the badge boost, so that'll up our speed. But when we have corresponding badges, it'll also up all of our other stats as well, except for HP. And in Mist, I don't even know what it does. I'm not even going to use it, so I'm not going to worry about explaining it. So yeah, that's our level up moveset. We could do a very good job in this game with this level up moveset. We could probably beat it pretty well, but we do get some other moves, so let's go over our TM moveset. We get access to Razor Wind. Probably would consider it if it was actually flying type instead of normal, but it also has very low accuracy, so it's not worth it. Whirlwind is garbage, Toxic's garbage, Takedown's garbage. Double Edge is useful, especially with our high attack stat if we needed an extra Umflater, but we do have a move in Fly that we're going to use that's a little more powerful, a little more consistent with no recoil, so we're not going to use it. Water Gun and Bubble Beam are very useful with this Pokemon because what you can do with that is it basically makes so you have a lot of moves, so you don't have to go back and heal that often. The downside to Ice Beam is only has 10 power points, so if you're going to use Ice Beam in every fight, you're going to have to go back and heal very often, which takes time. So that's why Peck is good, and that's also why early in the game, right after you get that second gym, you're going to have Bubble Beam and access Water Gun right after as soon as you get Mount Moon, but then Bubble Beam will replace that, so you have just a great slew of moves that you can get to make it so you don't have to go back and heal. That's what's nice about this Pokemon. So that's why I think this Pokemon will be very fast, and there's also other reasons, which I'll explain in a little bit. Let's finish up the moveset. Again, we can get Ice Beam, the TM if we need to. Probably won't. Blizzard, TM. That's why it gives us flexibility that if we need to add Blizzard, we don't have to do it when we level up. We can do it via TM whenever we want to. Hyper Beam probably could have been useful with this Pokemon. Probably can be, I should say. But we're probably not going to use it. There's no point. We have enough moves to cover it. It's really, Hyper Beam is useful for a Pokemon that I'm confident does not have anything powerful enough to kind of brute force his way through some problems. And I don't think this Pokemon's going to have that problem. Rage, not going to use. Mimic could be used in the Elite Four. to copy a move or to even add to the badge boost. Like, for example, Slowbro, you could mimic Amnesia to make Lorelei a little bit easier. Considering you don't have an advantage and you are flying type and she uses a lot of ice Pokemon, so that could be an advantage there. Double Team, not useful. Reflect, not going to be used probably. Bide is useful for every Pokemon to catch, literally catch one Pokemon at Spearow, and then it usually is just like thrown away because it's not really a long-term effective move. Swift can be useful with our attack stat, but I think we'll have better moves, so we don't need to use Swift. Sky Attack could be useful if we didn't have access to other things, but Fly I think is just more reliable to use. I wish this Pokemon had Drill Peck. That'd be amazing. It probably would make this Pokemon the ultimate Pokemon because it has the best flying move and the best ice move, and it really can counter anything you come across. Substitute, not going to use. Rest can be used, but we're probably not going to use it. Fly, it will replace Peck. So Peck is a 35 base power move. It's actually 52.5 with Stab, but the game rounds up to 53. But with this move, so we got a move now, it's 105. So 105 base power, 95% accurate. It's Stab. It's great. The only problem is sometimes it can miss, but you do get that turn up in the air where the opposition misses moves, which is an upgrade over Razor Wind, over Sky Attack. Yeah, so it makes so you can't get hit whenever you're setting up. So there's a lot of good moves with this. You can probably predict the in-game moveset. Looking at Ice Beam, you're looking at Agility, and you're probably looking at Fly, and then the other move is either Mimic or something like that. So that's what it looks like to me. Let's go and go over the moves of this playthrough. So I need to update the moves, but basically we can only use the primary Pokemon in battle. There was a caveat where you can use TM or HM Pokemons to help catch other HM Pokemons, but that's kind of irrelevant now. Or outside of Mount Moon, I usually just catch as Pidgey, or I'm sorry, a Spearow. And then when I go in the Mount Moon, I try to get a Paris, because Paris can do Cut and Strength, or I'm sorry, Cut and Dig. But if I can't catch one, I have a Spearow, so Spearow can be traded for a Farfetch, and then you can learn Cut and Fly with Spearow. We actually don't need to learn that at all with this Pokemon, because we can learn Fly with this Pokemon, but regardless, that's what the usual playthrough mentality is. And if I don't get a Paris, I'll catch a Geodude. Geodude can Dig and use Strength. I don't like doing that aspect because when you're going through Victory Road and you're trying to use Strength and Dig's on there, it could get very scary actually clicking Dig and getting sucked out of Victory Road and back to whatever the city is called. So that's usually the strategy. And then for a water Pokemon, I usually go get Eevee and just give it the Water Stone. Now I have a Vaporeon, I can learn Surf. So that's usually how I do it. So I don't really need to use the rule about only primary Pokemon in battle. That's just a given with any solo run. Also, there's a running clock with 3 exceptions. 1 is Lieutenant Surge's Gym. 2 is Celadon City, where you can buy some stuff, sell some stuff. And 3 is the Rocket Game Corner if needed. No glitches or exploits allowed in battle other than the badge boost. Can't do the Missingo or Pokédoll glitch. And also no items in battle other than Ethers, and that's more or less to counter my negligence, and it's not to give any Pokemon a pure advantage at any given moment. Also, subscribe to this channel. It shows a lot to me as a creator that if people are subscribing, that means you're willing to come back and watch some more content. And comment down below. The YouTube algorithm is a fickle you-know-what. So it needs interaction, needs comments, and it really is appreciated. So let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section down below, or just say hi. I'll say hi back. And then there's my Twitter and Instagram right there. JD's Nerverse and JD's __ verse. Let's go back to the first slide, and I'll go ahead and do the prediction. I predict this Pokemon will be one of the fastest Pokemon we play through as. It might beat Mr. Mime. In fact, that's the prediction. I think it'll beat Mr. Mime and get under 50 minutes. Mr. Mime's time is 51 minutes and 40-some seconds. Okay. Now we just played through with Snorlax. Snorlax was able to get it done in about 52 minutes, 53 minutes, something like that. I think this Pokemon will be faster. Even though it has a slow growth rate, it pretty much has no brick walls. It has. If you look at Brock, no brick wall there. Ice Beam will one-shot each of his Pokemon at whatever level we get there. Okay. Misty. There's nothing she has effective, but all I gotta do, I have such high special, she can't use her best moves against me. So we'll eventually outpace her. I guess the worst one is Lieutenant Surge, but we're gonna be more powerful than him, so we gotta get through the first 2 Pokemon. I think Raichu would be the tricky one, but I think it'll take maybe 1 or 2 tries, but it'll be very quick nonetheless. Erica, Ice and Flying, so we have something for all of our Pokemon, all the Pokemon in that gym. Koga, I don't see Koga being that too much of an issue. I just think we're just too overpowered for Koga. Our special's too high with special moves. Blaine, we're going to have water Bubble Beam, so we're going to get by Blaine pretty easily. Sabrina, we're going to have physical moves like Fly to get by her, and Giovanni, all the Giovanni fights are going to be easy because we're going to have Water Gun and or Ice Beam. Okay, and all of our rival fights are going to be pretty easy because, you know, his 2 Pokemon are going to be one shot by Ice Beam, and that's Pidgeot and Executor. And then our whatever Pokemon he has at the end, we're still going to, he's got nothing that's super effective against us. Okay, except for maybe Charizard, but Charizard's weak to Ice because he's Flying type. So, I don't know, there's nothing really great that's going to give us a wall. Maybe Lorelei, just because it's the same type. But we're going to blast through, I'm going to blast for Bruno. Agatha, possibly, because she can put us to sleep, and you just have the Agatha lottery. But Lance isn't going to be an issue, and our rival isn't going to be an issue. So I don't see a lot of places where this Pokemon's going to struggle. And I don't think we're going to have to over-level very much. We're going to have to just fight battles as they come. We'll be at a good enough level if we just fight a few extra battles here and there. If we try minimum battles, I think we'd have struggles, but I don't think it's going to be the case. So, if you look on the screen right now, you kind of see a blurred picture of Pokemon in the background. It's very fitting that Mr. Mime is blurred right in the middle there, because he's looking. It looks like he's looking over his shoulder at Articuno coming up on him. I think Articuno will pass him. My prediction for this video is we will get this done in under 50 minutes, and that will be enough to pass Mr. Mime as the fastest Pokemon we played through as. Now, let me be clear here. I think Mr. Mime, I'm going to do one replay of Mr. Mime eventually in the future. I think Mr. Mime can do much better than he did. If you watch the last video, I think we wasted 6 minutes doing some things with Mr. Mime. So I think we can make up some time and get maybe under an hour and 40, or maybe under 45 minutes with Mr. Mime. But as of now, Articuno, I think will pass Mr. Mime. That is what my prediction is. Whether that's pass him by a minute and it's like 50 minutes and 30 some seconds, or pass him and just keep it under 50 minutes total and be like 49 minutes. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't see where this Pokemon has any issues. I don't. So in my proclivity to fight an extra battle here and there early really does help late, and I think that's going to be very telling in this playthrough. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is the prediction video, so the video for this will air Friday. I'm very excited for this playthrough. I really am. And let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think this will go fast? What moveset you think I should use? Let me know, and have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Friday.